Depression. What is depression? We hear them talk about clinical depression and other types of depression. I'm depressed, he is depressed, I take to social media and I talk about depression. Am I pretending? Am I seeking attention? What is depression? Today, at Walk Tall with Sheba, we are going to go into detail talking to a psychologist and others about what depression is and how to see depression and how to support depression and how to deal with depression. We're situated here at Solani's Lounge, and this is Walk Tall with Sheba. I've also been aware of people gaining weight when they're depressed. How does that happen?
It's usually this opposite ends. It's either the weight loss or the weight gain. So some people they colloquially refer to it as comfort eating.
Okay.
Some people will comfort eat because they're trying to fill this void inside. There's this emptiness that comes with being depressed. There's this hollowness that comes with being depressed. There's this feeling like your value, your worth is not there. So worthlessness is just one of those other symptoms that are there. And worthlessness is often accompanied by hopelessness. So you feel like you have no value, you have no worth, and when you feel that way, you feel like there's no hope. And the danger in feeling like there's no hope, life ceases to have this meaning, this reason for you to be awake the next day.
Dennis, you work with quite a number of us that come into gym for different reasons, mostly because we're trying to get a summer body. But some may be coming in because they're trying to get things out of there. What have you seen out there in the streets?
The main reason for people going to gym at the moment is to lose weight. It's very rare that you hear somebody saying, I feel depressed, I want to exercise.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare that you hear somebody saying, I just want to get fitter. It's just generally, it's about your body. Is the mindset that we have at the moment about it. But what people don't understand is and it's actually another way of pushing yourself further into a depressed state, is you're now putting pressure on yourself to do that, and when it doesn't happen, you feel like a failure.
This is assuming the person was feeling worthless and thought maybe I should do something about my body so that I don't feel so worthless about it, and goes to the gym to take away the weight so that they feel better about themselves, but put on pressure.
Exactly.
And plunge deeper.
Pretty much, because exactly like what was said is you feel depressed, you eat, you put on weight, then you want to take off the weight, you go to the gym because this is what you've heard people do to lose weight. And if you haven't changed your lifestyle and you don't lose that weight, you actually feel more of a failure that you haven't done that. Not realizing what the main reason for fitness is. You basically want to make yourself healthier. As soon as you become healthier, everything else aligns itself. You lose weight, you get fitter, you feel happier, and you start reaching the goals, and that motivates you to do better. Each small goal achieved is an accomplishment, which will then make you just feel like you want to do it more.
Dennis, you just said to me that a person would go to gym because they think that they're going to get better body-wise, and it could lead into depression. Earlier you said going to the gym should help you get away from depression.
See, what you need to do is you need to understand what gym and exercise and fitness is all about. It really shouldn't be about changing your body shape, because that is just a byproduct of getting fit.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, everybody thinks summer body, get to gym, and they expect it to happen over a couple of months, just a few months. So this is a process.
Why should it take longer than that? Come on now. I'm at the gym every day for 2 months. It should show.
But if you haven't changed the rest of your lifestyle, it's not going to show. It's like rowing upstream. It's like, if I can use running on a treadmill as an example, you're running in one spot, you're not going anywhere.
So you see, you shouldn't run on the treadmill.
You're going nowhere.
I don't run on a treadmill, so.
Says the gym instructor.
But you have to align the rest of your lifestyle. Remember, losing weight is, they say 70 to 80% nutrition and 20 to 30% in the gym or exercise. So you can actually lose weight and you can get your stomach body without exercising if you eat right.
This thing you mentioned earlier, you said this is now coming to the fore. It's becoming more of a discussion because of social media and everything. Quite a number of times I've heard that seeing a psychologist, these things such as depression, such as bipolar disorder, and so on, are foreign ailments. Why would we now have it then, if it is a foreign ailment?
So there's a lot that we've been exposed to, because essentially we've become a community. You know, there's the global world. You can experience it while you are sitting there because of the internet. I can talk to someone in the States and see them face to face. So there's all of this global network that's happening, and there's been advances in science, and there's been advances in the way we understand phenomena, in the way we understand the way things happen. So it's essentially not to say depression has just come up. Depression has always been there, but you find that it's been labeled as this person is moody. Dennis is a quiet person. He just sits at the corner by himself and he does his thing, and once in a while we want to talk to us. This person is like this. And you would hear it in homes, in Swazi homes, where they would say, Ish, you know, to say, yeah, even the father would isolate himself. And those were symptoms of depression. And one of the other things that would happen is for example, you'd find, okay, the uncle in this home maybe committed suicide, and then the uncle's kid committed suicide, or the father committed suicide, and the son committed suicide. And then the explanatory model, and meaning the way we understand that culturally, would be to say, hey, there's something wrong in that home, something happened in that home, they need to do some ceremony to get rid of that juju or that bad spirit. But because depression is genetic, you find it's okay, the father was depressed, the son was depressed as well, or the uncle was depressed, and the uncle's son was depressed as well. And the depression is untreated, and so these people often have the same fate. And in terms of, just to add to what Dennis said, gym is one of those, like exercise, not necessarily gym, exercise is just one of those recommendations that we make for any other illness.
Okay.
When someone is not well, gym does a lot. One of the causes of depression that's out there is this biological component to it.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
It's genetic. My father had it. Chances are I'll have it. If a family member had it, there's a high chance that I'm going to have it.
Now, you're saying depression is hereditary, it can be passed on. Like sugar diabetes and high blood pressure and stuff like that. If we didn't know that my Mkulu had this, there's very little chance that we would figure it out, that now it is, like you were saying, his father was like this. What are the chances then that I would live a life? Can a person live a life of depression and we don't even realize?
Yes, a person can live a life of depression and we don't even know. And there's one of the depressive disorders called dysthymia, now called pervasive depressive disorder. Dysthymia is someone having those symptoms I've mentioned for over a period of 2 years. They're just in a depressed state. That this person that you would describe, like I said earlier, is moody. That this person that you've never seen excited or happy. That this person that, they seem to have certain things that they're accomplishing, but you never see the joy or the celebration of that. There's sadness, and it's just like it's always there. It's very, very pervasive. So we look at that for a period of 2 years, and there's never 2 months where they are not like that. For at least 2 years.
Even if they get a little happy, they
it's
immediately go back down.
That's this time. So the person can live that life and not know that they are depressed until someone points it out. Until someone says, Ish, I've known you in high school, you were like this. Now it seems like you've sort of been declining. But I thought it was a high school phase. I thought it was all of the pressure that's come with adolescence and child. But you are seemingly going on the decline. Chances are that person is depressed.
Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Walk Tall with Shiba. Like the Facebook page, Walk Tall with Shiba. You may also see some of these postings. They will be on the ARC Multimedia Eswatini page. We are S Solanis, and we have just been talking to Dennis van Reenen and Sfiso Shabangu, the clinical psychologist from Gamanzini. Just before we close, remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. Men, please create a circle and talk your problems out. And to remember, if someone is going through depression, be a supporter, not a fixer. And lastly, if you're going to support, understand that you do not understand. This is Bongani Shiba of Walk Tall with Shiba.